What's up, this is GM, and before I start, I want to tell you about TubeBuddy. In case you don't know, TubeBuddy is a free website that will help you manage and grow your YouTube channel. Thanks to them, some of my videos even show up as top results. Want to give them a try? Check the description below for the link. Today's product is a selfie ring light. In the box, we just have this ring light. It didn't come with any instructions, but you don't really need any. I'll be going over the entire thing anyways. So let's start off by going over some general info, then going into my thoughts on it with a final pros and cons list. So some general info includes that the light arm is 25.6 inches and the phone holder arm is 13.8 inches. Both arms are flexible. As you can see, I already have them just kind of turned a random direction. It can hold a phone as wide as 3.3 inches. The clamp has foam pads and opens as wide as 2.8 inches. It powers via USB and has a cable length of 5 feet 3 inches. The light is 3.5 inches in diameter with 24 LED lamp beads. It has 3 light colors and 10 brightness levels, and the whole thing weighs about 1.2 to 1.3 pounds. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look through this item. So as you can see, it is very flexible, but it's also very strong. This metal beam right here is way stronger than some of the other ring lights that I've reviewed that just kind of have an attachable arm. This one is super strong, and you do have to put a little bit of strength behind it in order to turn it, which is good because that means when you have your phone in here, it won't just fall off or it just won't like bend this on its own. You have to put a lot of weight just to turn it like that. And as you can see, the phone clamp also turns as needed. You just tighten it and loosen it back here as you need to for this to turn. And I personally like it because you can put your phone right here and then you can just twist this light however you need to get it in, to get it out of frame, as well as keep it at a good angle. So let's say, for example, you need a light on the side of your face. Well, then you can turn this arm, which as you can see is longer, to the side and put your phone further back so that way the light is on you, out of frame, and it isn't like a huge light that you have to assemble and put to the side, find an outlet and all that stuff. It's really nice because it is so small, so compact, that you can get a lot out of it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the buttons. So right here we have pretty much all the controls. You have the on off, switching between the 3 color modes, and then changing the brightness up and down 10% at a time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and unclamp it. As you can see, we have the clamp right here. It is a very strong clamp. You have to put a decent amount of force to open and close it, which is good because that means it won't just fall off of your table very easily. It has foam pads on the inside, which hopefully you'll be able to see decently in this video. So I'll go ahead and just clamp it back on. And the benefit of having the foam pad is that it also won't mark up your surface, which is very important because I've used clamps before for other type of devices, and it'll just leave a bunch of marks all over the table, which is just a pain, honestly. I don't like having scratch marks all over my table when using stuff to make my videos. All right, so I've plugged it into my laptop, but keep in mind, I'll go ahead and actually unplug it real quick and show you. Since it is a USB end, you could put it in a power bank. You could also put it into a wall socket by using one of those adapters that makes into a 2-prong. And I have tested these, and I've actually done this with other ring lights as well that come with the USB end. And the benefit of this is that you don't need to then always have a socket to use this ring light. You could just carry around a power bank and just plug it in and use it. It's great. And personally, I prefer that because I don't always want to be recording, inside of a building. Let's say I want to record outside, maybe it's a little bit darker, the sun's starting to set. Well, just pull out a power bank, pull this out. You have a place to keep your phone. You have a little light source as well, and bam, you're good to go. So I'll go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, it is very bright, and this should be at max brightness right off the bat. So let me go ahead and max it out real quick. There we go. And then you can press the minus button to turn it down 10% at a time. As you can probably see, it is becoming lighter and lighter every time I'm pressing it. And this is the lowest brightness that we get right here. So I'll go ahead and face it down, which I'll turn off my other light source so you can get an idea of how bright this really is. As you can see, the brightness when it's at the lowest is still pretty bright. It'll give you the amount of brightness you need. And then let's raise it back to the max. As you can see, that is very bright. That's actually pretty much all the brightness you'll really need in most circumstances if you're the only person in your videos, or if you're using this specifically for maybe reviewing products like I am. You don't really need a huge lighting source. Now, if you were to have like 2 people here, maybe you're doing an interview with someone, this might not be enough light unless you guys are pretty close to each other. If you guys are sitting like on opposite ends of a room, this probably won't be enough light. However, for most people, this should be good enough. So now what I'll do is I'll switch to the other light color, which is more of a warm yellow type of color. Then we have a cool white. So this is going to be a very, very white color like you get in your bulbs most likely. And then this again is going back to the first one, which is kind of like in the middle. This is kind of the lighting I like to use because it looks more natural. It's a natural light. All right, so I went ahead and clamped on my phone so you can see just how sturdy this really is. I can just angle it how I need to. Just the arm to whatever height I need or at whatever angle I might need it at. And then you just put your light source wherever you might need it. So let's say you want it to be coming from below. You could have it angled slightly upward then. But generally that's not what you would want to do. You might want to keep it either just slightly above your device, or you might want to keep it off to the side. For example, if you have glasses, you might not want to have the light directly in your face because it'll leave a slight ring pattern on your glasses. So the benefit of this arm being longer is you can put it off slightly to the side, so that way it doesn't show up on your glasses, which is great because you don't want to have those reflections. So personally, I would recommend this for anyone who might be trying to do YouTube videos, who just need something to hold them over. They don't really need something too expensive. Because like I said, if you're doing a one-man operation and you're not like using an entire room that needs to be lit up, this should suffice. This should be perfectly fine for all of you then. So I'm just going to go over my final pros and cons list. The pro is how small it is. It's super bright considering the size. It uses a USB end, which I've already explained why it's just so great. 3 color modes, brightness levels. The only real con I can see is that it obviously isn't going to be meant for large areas, but that really isn't a reason to get a ring light that is this size or this power anyways. And my main reason for getting this light is because you can travel with it so easily. You know, this is something I can just toss into a backpack and take along with me if I need to record a video in a completely different location. Because it's too much of a pain to take a huge ring light, especially since a lot of them don't come with bags either. They're more likely for them to get damaged, and they're just more equipment that you got to take, because not all the ring lights that you might get will come with a nice phone stand that's also flexible. So you might even need to take a tripod. So this really takes care of all your needs in one small package. All right, that's it for this video. Link to the product is in the description below. If you found the video helpful, I'd love it if you could leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment below as well. Thank you for watching.